Child, so everything just come on Wednesday night. Well, let's get to Beverly Hills. And I'm gonna use the bacon fat to coat the French fries before I put them in the air fryer. So we open with Renna and Garcelle talking. Erica and Crystal come down, and Erica don't like all the heat Crystal's been getting from Sutton. So Crystal and Garcelle are gonna go to town, and everybody else is gonna hang at the house. At least they had breakfast catered, because we don't want Kyle burning any more food. Renna go to check on Sutton, and she's rolling her face for her anxiety. Whatever gets you through the day, girl, and keeps that butt off your shoulders. Because you were giving us white fragility. So Sutton was upset because something was going on at the table and she didn't know about it. Girl, do you need to know everything that's going on? Some things just ain't your business. So she's rolling to keep from crying, and Lisa says, you can cry, it's okay. You really need to, maybe she don't need to cry over this. Maybe this isn't worth tears, some girls pulling some jokes about drinks on each other. And the joke wasn't on you. I could see it if you were the butt. But you ain't the butt. So now Kyle comes in. Renna says, I've been telling her if she needs to cry, let it out. And Kyle gives us the driest, she has been. Oh, she's been letting it out. Every 10 minutes she lets it out, like a fart. You are too sensitive and you do look crazy, Sutton. Kyle was right. Kyle said you were being irrational. That's the truth. I'm Kim Richards' sister, and if there's one thing I know, it's irrationene. Oh, Lord, this heifer has written down every name she's been called. Oh, you gotta go. You're worse than Teddy. So with Garcelle and Crystal having coffee, we get to Crystal's mixed feeling. And she says, girl, well, you know, Sutton said, it's not all about race. I don't want to talk about race. She goes from angry to crying whenever you bring race up. Back with Kyle and Sutton, Kyle says, I think you need to apologize. What am I apologizing for? That's the problem right there. The exposing of the fact that you don't know what the problem is. Meanwhile, Crystal's like, I don't need her apology. We can just be cordial. So we're all back at the house getting ready to go on the boat. How is it that Kathy Hilton is worth $350 million and her hair looks like that? Really, a little clip on top? You can tell how depressed Erica is. But is it because she's caught or because she's poor? Could be a mix. So Garcelle asked Erica on the boat, have you talked to Tom? She said, yeah, he's at the firm. Burning documents. So Erica finally asked Sutton, what's your issue, heifer? So Sutton's like, I'm just being quiet. I'm just being quiet. I'm going to go over here now. And then Crystal follows her, and she's rubbing her face with that self-soother roller. Being neurotic is not a personality trait. It's not. Being called ridiculous didn't make me feel great. Look at your actions, heifer. You take yourself too seriously in those shitty dresses. So Crystal's listening to her, and she's just like, okay. You don't like name calling? Okay. And then Sutton's gonna say, this isn't the time for sarcasm. Nobody was being sarcastic with you. Crystal said, I ain't being sarcastic. Who was being sarcastic? What are you expecting from her? Because she ain't here for you. That's your issue. She's not here for you. She's not impressed by you, and she ain't trying to be your friend, and you can't hack it. And also, I think you're just terrified of saying something racist because you do all the time, and you thought you were just gonna be, you know, with all these white women, and now it's like, oh my God, a black woman and an Asian woman. I don't know what to say. Crystal's like, well, girl, I tried to pull you in on the joke, and then you tell everybody I kicked you. Crystal said, you've shown me nothing, but you are an untrustworthy person. You feel kind of manic. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a license to diagnose, but you're giving me a manic D. I can't deal with crazy people. You're unbalanced and unreasonably emotional. Is she right? Don't call me crazy. That's not nice to do. Well, I mean, it's the truth, though. You're nutty boo. Everybody else has been open and sweet and super loving, but you're a mess. Sutton gonna say I'm difficult to get to know because I'm shy. You're on a reality show. That's not gonna fly. You're not shy. You fought, bit, and kicked to get on Bravo. You ain't shy, heifer. Child, then she starts rubbing her face with that roller again, and I'm leaving my forever house. Girl, are you poor now? Are you poor like Erica Jane or something? Crystal's like, oh, so you moving and you stressed about it. Well, that's not an excuse to be an asshole. So Crystal's like, look, I'll move forward. We can take a baby step or two, but let's just enjoy the day, because I'm sick of you and your dramatics. So it's the last night and it looks like we're going out to dinner? So Garcelle says, well, who here has had their nose done? Dorit really gonna say she never had her nose done? Okay, heifer, let's see the youthful pictures. Oh, hell no. From 95 to 2020, you had that sucker hacked in two. Oh no, we eating at home and Crystal ain't coming to dinner. So now Sutton gonna apologize for being a weirdo. I do think I was a little strange last night, and not myself. You were high as a kite and loony as a tune. Figuring out that I left my dream home, you're building another one. You're rich. It's not like you left your dream home like Erica Jane because, the government seized your property and your clothing. Asia in the chat said, that's white woman for I'm old with no man. All right, now Renna and Garcelle are going head to head. Renna says, just being friends with a group of women, I've learned some things about myself, not all good. Garcelle said, oh yeah, you got that right. Well, I've just struggled with people saying I'm the worst friend. You tried to throw Denise Richards under every bus that was coming your way, honey. You were throwing Denise Richards under BART, under the MTA, under the VTA, under the LAPD, under the SFFD, any truck that was coming, you was just throwing her like a carcass. Because we still haven't talked about your husband. Renna, what? Your husband's friend assaulted somebody. Why are you bringing this up? You know what this is? Gaslight with a side of smoke screen. This is some Lisa Vanderpump gaslighting. I swear, and then Renna always has these people so close to her with these tragedies. And she's like, well, this happened to somebody that, I knew through my cousin Errol, who, he was married to his friend Sharice, and I met them twice at a Christmas party, and now this issue is my issue. Maybe this is the story about the husband. Child, Garcelle see through the shit. She's like, you can't compare Harry not talking to somebody who did something like that to you not being blindly loyal to Denise. So now Erica says in Lisa's defense, Lisa had some information that we didn't have. Wait, the secrets that Denise has shared with you, you'll take to your grave. Then why were you trying to get them out of her all last season? Why are you trying to put her lesbonics with Brandy Glanville on blast? Why were you showing text messages? Why, if you were going to take these secrets to the grave? Oh God, now Renna's saying she protected that situation and she took the bullet? You've got a mullet, honey. You didn't take a bullet. Garcelle said, why couldn't you keep your mouth shut rather than being the ringleader? I was trying to reach her and I just didn't do it in the right way. No, you were trying to skewer her and get yourself a plot line and honestly scare her off the show. Oh, Garcelle talking about her outfit, smoke and mirrors. She put on a little quarantine weight. Erica said, honey, my whole life is smoke and mirrors. An illusion. So we go downstairs to the game room, and Sutton's even enjoying herself. Renna is like me. She's going in the pool by herself because she's like, I ain't wasting this good warm water. And an indoor? So crazy Sutton's going to join Renna in the pool. Meanwhile, Kathy Hilton heads to bed. She ain't said much. She's just kind of there. Meanwhile, by the fire pit, Kathy Hilton is talking about walking in on her sister naked, and why aren't you mentioning running out of the room? Like, I don't, y'all odd. Erica checks on Crystal, and she's had a lonely day. I think, honestly, it's the pressures of filming that's getting to her, and then Sutton's nutty boo butt ain't helping. So apparently, now we get into the real tea. Last night, when Crystal went to bed, Sutton brought her her coat. Well, she was apparently naked in the room, and Sutton came in anyway. Didn't knock or nothing. Lesbonics. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on in here, but I'm gonna bring you your coat. Again, the wrong response. You don't know this woman, and y'all have had beef all day. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Drop the coat and run. Honestly, drop the coat outside. You could have left it downstairs. I guess you were trying to have like a friendly moment and quash things, but You don't know how to do that? Why didn't you bring this up on the boat, Crystal? I think it upset Crystal so much it took her a minute to really process. This woman just walked in on me. And she's like, and also I don't want to trigger the heifer because you know she's liable to fly off the handle at any second. And Crystal said, oh, she can act like she got some sense when I ain't there, but when I'm here, it's always some shit. You know, I just realized why Erica's been eating so much all weekend. All of her clothes have been repossessed, so she's like, I'm wearing sweats anyway. May as well enjoy it. Oh, God. So now Sutton comes to Crystal's room yet again, and we're going to have another awkward confrontation. Sutton wanted to end on a good note, and I know you didn't come to dinner, and I feel like I was a part of that. You were the main reason. Everybody else she got along famously with. She says, so what was up with you walking in on me naked and then coming in anyway? When you saw me drop to the floor and cover myself. And then you wanted to imply that I was Master Baby. Whatever you're doing in here, I mean, go on and call a thing a thing. Now, Sutton, as bent out of shape as you get about everything, you really are, oh yeah, I'm sorry, about walking in on her naked when you didn't knock and then proceeding to barge into the room using the code as an excuse. You just wanted to get a peek at her pie. Now Sutton's doing all the downplaying. Oh, I didn't mean to be creepy and weird. It was awkward. It wasn't creepy and weird. It was awkward. Well, the thing is, nobody's trying to look at your who or ha, but I'm sure you would be just as flustered. Probably from the, oh, I didn't know you were pregnant comments. Now Sutton's all, what's creepy and weird about returning a coat to somebody? I mean, if you're from a women's prison, you're built like you're from a women's prison. I've seen Mama Morton's with more curve. Crystal is upset, but I think she putting 20 on 10, giving her the same crying, victimized white woman that she was trying to give. Return serve can be a bitch. So they gonna go on and hug it out. Sutton's like, this is a big deal. You're crying. I'm gonna send you some flowers. I really do apologize. Sutton is a nut. I don't know why Crystal would hug her, but I guess Crystal's like, let me go on and move the plot along. I see Crystal as a one-season wonder. I like her, I just don't think she likes the show. Kind of like Ebony. I feel like Ebony's on here to like secure another bag and move on. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I think that's what Garcelle is doing. I think they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do like another maybe season and make sure I stay on the reel because you know the reel be switching your butt out like nobody's business. They can't keep a host. So we packing up and heading back to Beverly Hills. Oh, so we end the episode with the dropping of Erica's divorce news. Oh, Asia in the chat had a great point. What happened to the lady that wasn't afraid to tell people she thought they would be boring? And Teddy was boring. All right, well, let's get to family karma.